Good evening, YouTube. Today I've got a new build of my Earth Machine deck. Took it to locals today, came third, losing round one to Goatee of all things, but I can't really play under macro game one. And speaking of my locals, they do feature matches occasionally, and I have appeared on there a few times, so I'll pop a little link up here if I can. If not, it'll be in the description. Feel free to check out that channel. They've got a very wide variety of games on there. But if you're just looking for my past decks, I'm fairly sure I'm the only Earth Machine player on there. Could be wrong. I think I'm the only recent one anyway. But getting into the list, we have 3 Regulus. Honestly, at this point, Regulus is the only reason I'm still playing the deck so frequently. So it just made sense to me to just max him out. He's incredible. He can break a little bit, and that's kind of why I couldn't play under macro game one. I just had a lot of Regulus in hand and no way to get Machine into grave. But most of the time, he's a recurring negate, extremely good. For the Machina stuff, 3 Gear Frame and the 1 Unclass Bear to go with it. Didn't see these quite as often as I wanted to, but they're extremely good when I did. I'd be tempted to bump this up to 2 when we get the big Saga 6Es info on Hypernova, just because you want to be able to make more than 1 rank 4 play. A double Fortress, probably still, I'd probably say Fortress is my second favourite card in the deck. Just being able to beam it out as a summoning condition, not an activated effect, is extremely relevant. And being able to just pop anything if it gets beaten over, extremely good. 1 Rune Force, same thing. It just comes out, it's a big stupid monster, it's 46. It's beating over more or less anything. And round off, just the Citadel. For the Infinitrack package, 2 Harvester. I feel like 3 is a bit too much, and sometimes you want to have the second one available to you in case he puts up something back and then want to summon it again. So 2 seems like the perfect amount. 1 Anchor Drill for box plays, Trencher for combo, Tunneler for combo, and Dozer to drag everything out of deck. I know some people swear by multiples of Trencher and stuff, but honestly, it's never really come up for me. Usually the Infinitrack just does its initial combo, gets my stuff into rotation, and then after turn 1 or 2 I just ignore it. So, for the train stuff, just 1 Derrick Rain, 1 Bullet Train, and 1 Stampede. Little extenders are extremely important. Regular Dora is kind of your go-to end board. And the Stampede just allows you to just kill your opponent on turn 3 if everything's going well. So, extremely good. I'd probably say the Stampede's the most cuttable if you're worried about space. This is, I think, 44 or 45 cards. And there's the 1 box as a brick. This will permanently remain glued to your hand, but you have to play it. For hand traps, I'm just playing 2 Ash, 2 Bell, and 2 Ghost Ogre. Now, none of these are incredibly impactful individually. What they're mostly here for is just to drag your opponent into a grind game. Even if you're not completely stopping their turn, just getting them into like a resource management kind of game is exactly where this deck wants to be. I still think this deck has some of the best just recursion, like even against like the top tier. For spells, 3 redeployment, best starter card in your deck, it's your full combo. I've cut heavy forward down to 2, because like I said earlier, your Infinity Strike combo is sort of a one and done type thing. Usually don't want to top deck this if you've been through your combo. It's still very useful to have though, just in case your normal summon star gets ashed or whatever, you can still heavy forward, get the dozer, go full combo. And something I've been trying out is 2 Discolossium. Again, just to get to the Regulus, your powerhouse. It was pretty good. I wouldn't say it was absolutely amazing though. I did have hands where I was like 2 Regulus and a Discolossium and just random stuff that didn't get me actually into the engine. Discolossium is kind of a card that makes good hands amazing and shit hands worse, so I'll probably keep trying it. And you definitely want to keep at least 1 in for when we get the Saga Succeeds next set. And then Urgent Schedule, yes, it's kind of shit going first, but it's such a blowout that I can't really cut it. I can't really play any less. Even if you're just setting it and waiting for them to out your board just so you can play this, it's completely worth it, in my opinion. And of course, if you're made to go second, then it's just ridiculous. Then Double Droplet. Again, it's not really the best card going first, but you're not always going first, and it's fine to set by itself. And then just 1 Cool Buy, broken. I've slimmed down the traps a little bit. I'm literally just playing triple Skill Drain and 1 EMR. I used to be playing main deck Rivalry and Gozen, but they sort of underperformed, whereas Skill Drain often overperformed, so I thought I'd just max out on the best one inside the others, and that worked out pretty well today. EMR is literally just here as just a generic out to mine. I didn't really want to main deck pure back row hate, because not every deck really is playing a lot of back row, and this can hit anything. So, and you can still summon stuff like Fortress and Runeforce onto mine to tribute this. For the extra deck, Triple Goliath. I've seen a lot of builds playing 2, and there are combos that you only need 2, but I am a dingus and I frequently misplay my combos, so I need the 3rd as a safety net. For Link 2s, 1 Ballista, 1 Plat Gadget, 1 Knuckle, and 1 Genius. These are all reasonably good. Like Anger Knuckle on the Skill Drain's great. The Ballista is mandatory. Plat Gadget is mandatory. I'm trying out the Genius because there is a combo where you destroy your own Runeforce and spec 2 things back to the zones, but I've never actually done it in a game yet, so it's probably one of the first things I'd cut. The Xyz, 1 Gigant, 1 Riverstormer, 1 Ding. Ding's pretty good. 1 Slicer and train stuff, 1 Gustav, 1 Dora, 1 Liber, and then to round off for the Zeus. the closing thoughts on this build. I really like it. I tried playing the Vernasil stuff. It's not great. Relying on that graveyard summon was really not optimal, especially because I could just Ash the entire effect and you go -1. Sure, reviving something like a Metal Cruncher and getting the full search off of it feels really good. Didn't come up enough to warrant the ad. In this build of the deck, at least, it's not great. You could try playing sort of an older build of the deck, where you're playing triple Harvester and triple Metal Cruncher, just to get the maximum sort of value out of your Vernisils. But this build, not worth it. Hand traps and sort of blowout spells are much better. I don't think this deck will change too much over the coming months, but in February when we get Photon Hypernova, the Sargus rank 8 allows you to get Regulus access and a full Regulus board just off of Gearframe by going Gearframe on Class Bear into Merrymaker into Sargus, search Regulus, and then you just kind of go off. Which means that if you just draw the Gearframe and no extenders, then you at least have negate access, whereas at the moment it's just kind of Gear Gigant pass. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, if you guys have any thoughts on the deck, let me know in the comments below. And in a few weeks' time, I'll hopefully have something a little bit different to show you.